Hello everyone, welcome to Doing Group. We're the manufacturer of the waste tire, waste plastic, pyrolysis equipment. And today we're going to introduce the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, which have the highest working efficiency and the largest capacity. We have the batch type pyrolysis plant, semi-continuous and fully continuous pyrolysis equipment. And for our fully continuous waste pyrolysis plant, the feeding, pyrolysis, slagging are all running continuously. So in order to ensure the high working efficiency, so the fully continuous equipment is the best choices. And here is a 3D video of the equipment, including the feeding system, the pyrolysis system, and condensation, slagging, and purification system. If you want to process the waste tire and recycle the kind of fluoride, the carbon black after processing, I can listen to this kind of this live show. So our company's name is Doing Group. If you want to know more information or want to set up this kind of business, you can contact with us by WhatsApp or email. You can send a private message to us, tell us your WhatsApp, your email, and how we can contact, or other ways we can contact with you. Our sales manager will send you our catalog, our price list, and just anything, or product cases that you need. And here is the purification system. During the production, we need to purify the smoke that we need to emission. And we process like the cooling system, post-dust collector, and the self-filtration tower to purify the harmful particles. If your raw material is the waste tire, you need to using the shredding system to crush the particles into the black powder to ensure that we can feed the raw material at the same time to be pyrolysis to prevent no oxygen get inside to the reactor. Because the waste tire contains steel wire, so we need to remove the steel wire out before we put the raw materials into the reactor, or they may just block into this wrench. So first you need the tire shredding into the rubber powder plant. First we remove the big steel wire inside the tire beads and then cut and shred it into the rubber powder. So the rubber powder don't need to very fine, just fine mesh is enough, or nearly 16 to 18 mesh. Inside it may have some small steel wire. We need to use this magnetic separator to remove them to get the clean black powder. Our continuous feeding system adopts the special sealed and anti-leakage system. So the feeding process is sealed with the raw material itself to avoid oxygen going inside the reactor and meanwhile prevent the oil gas leaking out. So both the feeding and pyrolysis process is operated with oxygen-free, so it is 100% safe. We have got patents for this special sealed and anti-leakage structure. That is why we can ensure it's all get feed and get the oil and the carbon black at the same time. And this is the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. Let's now only look at the fully continuous plant. We also process this PLC system. which can control the whole production line automatically. On the right is the control cabinet, and left is the control computer. And here is the feeding system, condensation system, and purification system, slagging, and condensation, and the cooling system. Here is the feeding system. We will feed the rubber powder by using the filled and anti-leakage structure. And after feeding, the raw material will reach our continuous rotating pyrolysis system. Well, inside this pyrolysis reactor, there is barrel plates used to convey the raw material with the rotating to the reactor. And the raw material is uniformly distributed on the reactor inner surface so that the heat suffers quick and evenly. And the pyrolysis efficiency is greatly improved, and raw material can finish the pyrolysis process before going out of the continuous pyrolysis system, and we can get the oil gas. And the solid process of final products is the carbon black. We will go into the slagging system, and the oil gas that will go up to the condensation system to liquidize and to the oil. Here is the middle section of the pyrolysis step. A supporting roll just for rolling our two reactor parts. And there is a cooling circulating water device under it to cool the lubricated oil, thus to protect the supporting roll. And here is the buffer tank. The oil gas will get out from outlet and get into the buffer tank to slow down the speed of the gas so that it can fully condense later, and then to settle down the carbon black, or it will call the cooling pipes. And here is the cooling sulfur tank, similar to the buffer tank to ensure more carbon black is settled, and outside is the water cover to condense them into the flue oil. And then the liquid oil will go into this temporary storage tank. And then there are three vertical condensers composed of three cooling tower, which has a big heating exchanging area and can efficiently cool down all the oil gas. Meanwhile, the cooling is inside the sealed condenser, and no water steam produced, very clean and environmental friendly. And this is the negative device, the micro-negative pressure process to reduce the contact between the carbon black and oil gas, which can reduce the residue oil rate of the carbon black. Here is the tail gas or the removal system. Our patent equipment, it is just used to remove the bad smell like the hydrogen sulfide. So when we burn them, if we don't use this cleaning system, it will just have some bad smoke during the production. So it's very necessary. And then the clean gas will be burnt at the pyrolysis reactor to heat the reactor. During the reactor, we only need to heat our furnace by using the natural gas or flue oil for nearly 3 hours to 4 hours. And the next few hours, we will only need the tail gas to heat the reactor. So it's very economic and will save your consumption. And here is the slagging system. We're using a slagging wrench. It's similar to the continuous feeding system. The slagging system also adopts the patterned sealed and anti-leakage structure to ensure that our working safely. Here are some just safety system. We have some pressure problem, and we will use this valve to release the gas. And this is the flue gas treatment system. The flue gas is discharged into the desulfurization tower through these pipes for desulfurization and dust removal to meet the air emission standards. Well, this flue gas discharging pipes are made of the stainless steel, which plays a role in the corrosion protection. The operation of the fully continuous equipment is controlled by the PLC system, so that the entire operation process can just monitored more comprehensively, reducing manual operation errors and save labor cost. So if you want to more advanced automatic, just to get a more automatic system, you can just have this fully continuous pyrolysis plant. And we also have the batch type and the semi-continuous plant. If you are interested, you can just tell me in the comment section about requirements or what raw materials you need to process. So I will give you an analysis. And if you want to get our quotation or the price list, or you can send a private message to us. Our sales manager will contact with you. So about the advantages of this fully continuous. First, it is higher degree of the automation and it's more labor saving. We only need 1 or 2 laborers to control the whole production, and it's more just fuel efficiency to save more heating energy, because we only need at 8 hours at the very beginning to heat the furnace by using extra energy like the syngas or tail gas, the natural gas or the flue oil, and the whole few days we only need the tail gas to heat the furnace is enough. And it's more save the flow state, the shape is more landscape, because for the fully continuous one, 50 ton per day, it occupies an area of 70 towns, 70 square meters. And for the batch type, we always need more than 1,500 square meters with the same capacity. And this is the several just advantages between the fully continuous and batch continuous. And also, the batch continuous also have this. The batch type also have this advantages, like it's more suitable for different raw materials, and the equipment is more cheaper. So if you are just more likely to get the batch type, we will introduce next. And this 3D video is about the fully continuous one. Daily capacity is 15 ton per day, 20 ton, 30 ton, 40 ton, and 50 ton per day. So it can for continuous work for 45 to 60 days. Don't need to stop. More automatic. Here is the consumption. The fully automatic by using a Pyrolysis system and continuous production for 24 hours, big capacity, and time and labor saving. Okay, and here is why we just more and more customers chose the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. And we also have the batch type and semi-continuous, so also is a good equipment for different raw materials. I will tell you later. And if you're interested in this kind of business or want to know more information, you can contact with us. You can send the private message to us, or you can just type your requirements in the comment section. And now in the comment section, we have our WhatsApp and email. You can add us or send an email to us directly. Our sales manager will contact with you. Okay, and this is about the fully continuous. And let's see about the batch type pyrolysis plant. This is the working step of the batch type pyrolysis plant. Here is 6 lines of 12-ton equipment, which can recycle the waste tire, plastic, flue oil into the oil yield, the tire, plastic, or sludge, or the coal tar sludge, or aluminium plastic into the flue oil. While if your materials is the waste tire, the oil yield is from 35 to 45. As for plastic, different plastic have different oil yield. For example, the PPP-PS, pure PPP-PS, the oil yield can reach to more than 90%. And for mixed plastic, the oil yield is usually 20 to 80%. In terms of the paper waste, and the dry things can reach to 60%, and the wet paper waste is nearly 20%. So it can just have influence of the water content or what kind of the raw materials. Our final products, the first main final products is the flue oil. It is a good flue oil which have a high energy, more than 10,000 kcal/kg, which can be used as a fuel for cement factories, glass factories, brick factories, or boiler factories, and so on. And also we have the carbon black, the second main products from pyrolysis. Also have a high calorific value, can replace the coal as a heating energy, and can also be used as the raw material for rubber, paint, and so on. And besides, we can also get the steel wire from pyrolysis. You can sell directly at the steel smelter. And the pyrolysis oil can also refine to diesel. And they can sell them directly or to use that the agricultural machine or the mining machine or other things. Okay, and then okay, you can see this 3D video, and if you have any questions about the equipment, you can type in the comment section. And now we will introduce of the working process of this batch type pyrolysis plant. Okay, let's start from the beginning. For the batch type pyrolysis plant, it has the 10 ton and 12 ton, 15 ton, 18 ton, 20 ton. So it includes the feeding system, the pyrolysis system, the condensation, slagging, and purification system. If raw materials is the waste tire, and the final products is the flour oil, the carbon black, and the steel wire. And this studio video is give an example of the tire pyrolysis working process. Okay, this is 6 line of 15 ton per day of the batch type pyrolysis plant. The daily capacity is nearly 80 ton. And this is the feeding system. Well, we can feed the whole tire by using the automatic feeder. It always takes nearly 2 hours, and then we will close the feeding door and open the heating system by using the burner to heat the furnace. And then we can get the gas after processing. It is because the long kilometers is broken down into the shorter molecules, so we can get the gas, and then they will go into the condensation system to condense them into the flour oil. It is just to liquidize them. And the first is the vertical condensers, which include 4 pipes, cooling, and then they will just liquidize to the flour oil and flow to this temporary storage tank. This is nearly 2 ton of the tank. And then the second step is the oil water separator. It can liquidize the oil and to purify the gas. And by the way, it can prevent the gas falling back to the device before. And then the third tank is the horizontal condensers. It is the most powerful or effective tank. We have just a large condensation area for nearly 50 just centimeter. And this is the auto removal system, and just the same with the fully continuous is shown to remove the hydrogen sulfide inside the tail gas, and then they can go back to the reactor for heating. We will use the tail gas burner to burn the furnace, so we can just close the burner at the very beginning. We don't need the extra gas, don't need the same gas or the natural gas or the flour oil. We all can burn the tail gas that we process from our raw materials. And this is the purification system to purify the harmful particles that we need to emission. And here is the safety device, the vacuum device to prevent the flux explosion. Here is a burning chamber to burn the tail gas. We don't need to use the And the two parts, this part is the cooling system. A powerful cooling system to get a high cooling efficiency to just cool down the reactor. Then we can select the carbon black. And this is the side slag. The size of the port is large, and we have two slagging ports. Then we have a higher slagging efficiency, and the carbon black will fall down to the store at the underground, so they don't have the dust just during the production. And then the dust we're using this wind transportation system to the briquetting step. Then after the carbon black after briquetting, it's more easy to transportation and easy for storage. It's more clean. And the last step, we will use the steel wire pulling machine to pull out the steel wire from this tire. For the tire pyrolysis, we can get 15% of the steel wire, and our yield is nearly 40 to 45%. And if you want to refine the fuel oil to diesel, you can use our distillation machine. And after distillated, the diesel will be used in heavy machinery or just ferry or the generators or blowers. Here is the batch type pyrolysis equipment. Okay. About the daily capacity of the batch type is nearly 10 ton per day, 12 ton to 20 ton. But if you want the frame type, it's okay. I can choose the 100 kilogram per day, 500 kilogram per day, or 1 ton, 2 ton per day. It's all easy operation, cost effective, and good stability and multiple use. Here is the small type, the pyrolysis plant unit. The frame type is 100 or 500 kilogram. A free installation, cost saving, easy handling, and test available. So our engineer team can just customize your proper solutions based on your actual needs to just maximize the benefits. All the equipment can be customized. So if you are interested in this kind of project, you can contact with our sales manager or engineer first. This is the equipment details. About the plates, the reactor head, we use the round shape, which withstands high pressure. And the raw materials of the furnace is 16 millimeters block plates or stainless steel. It will depend on what raw material we use in the process. Like if your material is with tire or plastic, this kind of solid waste, then the block plate is enough. But if your material is the corrosive or yield, the sludge, then we need to use the stainless steel. About the welding design, we have 3-step welding process to ensure during the production it's not very easy to crack. I use the automatic welding device. So the welding surface is very smooth and relatively wide on the just weld, not easy to crack. And the full materials installation cover for the batch type is 3 layers, and the fully continuous one is 6 layers now. So to ensure there is it's very safe during production, we can touch the surface of the furnace during the production, and it can save our heating energy. And multiple fire protection test guarantees like control while this is about while we have the furnace where we have this installation covered. And the environmental protection device will prevent the dust, the smoke, and the gas, and also about the water pollution we need to control. So this first is the carbon black wind transportation system. This is to prevent the dust from the carbon black. It will use the cell design to transport the carbon black. And the second is exhausted gas cleaning system. Also we call it the odor removal system. Solve the unpleasant odor and remove the harmful gas like the hydrogen sulfide or the carbon dioxide. The third is the flue gas purification system. The fiberglass material long service life. For sprays and for layers, just ceramic filter to remove the sulfur dioxide and solid particles. We have different processing plan of the purification system. It will depend on your environmental protection policies. We will give you the best plan about your just business. And here is the raw materials. This shows us different kinds of the plastic. And if your material is a plastic, you need to know that the PVC and PET are not suitable to pyrolysis. We can't get the flue oil after process the PET or PVC. But the PP, PEPS or ABS, it is okay. We have the high oil yield. The most common plastic raw materials is the dirty garbage or the medical garbage, medical waste, or like the industrial waste. So the oil yield is not very sure, and in order to have experiment, you can send your material to a factory or to the to test and note oil yield or the water content, and we will give you the certification plan. The final products is the flue oil yield, carbon black, and the same gas. Here's 2 ways to process the waste plastic: the fully continuous and the batch type waste. The fully continuous equipment need to crush the particles into the crush materials into the plastic particles, but the batch type one is not very necessary. This is the biggest differences between these 2 machines, and also this have a higher working efficiency and can process more raw materials for 1 day. It's more automatic. In the batch type, we have 1 batch for 1 day. It's semi-automatic. then we can get the flue oil yield. You can use a distillation machine to refine them, or you can just sold the flue oil directly. Here are the final products. Some applications, just for reference. If you have any questions, you can type in the comment section. Or if you want to know more information, you can send a private message to us to tell us your WhatsApp or email or other ways that we can contact with you. Our sales manager will send you our catalog, our price list, or the cases, or some other things that you need to know. Our company is called Doing Group. We are located in Zhengzhou, the capital of Henan province in central China. It's very convenient for transportation. You can come here by train or high-speed train. Our company is just in Zhengzhou city, and our factory is next to our company. It's in Jiaozuo city. You can come here to see about the workshop and the details of the production. Okay, let's start from the beginning to see about the 3D video of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Our company is founded in 2011, and now we have our customers in more than 120 countries. And now today we have several customers from India to see the edible oil production line. We have our customer in each continent, like in Italy, France, in Europe, and Japan, Malaysia, in Asia, and like the Americans, Mexico, and American countries. And also we have a branch company in Nigeria, just in Africa, because many customers from Africa to buy the pyrolysis equipment, the cassava equipment, and edible oil equipment. And this is the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Just the continuous one, that is because the feeding, the pyrolysis, the slagging are all running continuously. So in order to ensure the continuous supply of the raw materials, so the material should be shredded so that it can feed into the system without oxygen get inside. When your material is the waste tire, it should be processed into rubber powder, because the waste tire contains steel wire and the large block, which may cause the block inside the slagging system, and just let the oxygen go inside the reactor. So to separate the steel wire out of the reactor, you need to remove them and to crush them. And you need to crush the tire to rubber powder in to be 16 to 18 mesh. And this is the first thing that we need to do to crush them. But only the mesh we cannot to ensure the no oxygen. So we will adopt the sealed and anti-leakage structure to feed them into this environment by using a winch and avoid oxygen get inside, and meanwhile to prevent the oil gas from leaking out. And then for after feeding, here is the pyrolysis system. the raw material will reach to the furnace, and inside it have the spiral plates to convey the raw material, and with the rotation of the reactor, the raw material is uniformly distributed on the reactor inner surface so that the heating transfers quick and evenly. This is the middle of the furnace, have the heating tube, the supporting rail to give the protecting of the reactor. Let's cover the heating tub. We have the cooling water. So we help the tub and to ensure it can work for a long time. Then the gas, it will go to the buffer tank, the first tank, used to slow down the gas and to participate in impurities. And next we come to our buffer condensation tank, which has 3 tanks to further participate in impurities, and it has the buffer, the water cover outside, which has a condensation effect. Then the localized fuel oil will go through the U-tube, which is used to balance the pressure and prevent the oil gas from entering the oil tank during pumping. This is our 2-tank oil storage tank. And next we come to our vertical condensers, which is used to increase the cooling area and ensure that all oil gas are cooled down. We have 3 vertical condensers. In each tank, we have 37 pipe. And this is a negative pressure, micro-negative device to reduce the contact between the carbon black and oil gas, which can reduce the residual oil rate of the carbon black. Here is all the removal system. The circulating water containing sodium hydroxide reacts with the tail gas to remove the hydrogen sulfide, because the hydrogen sulfide, when it burns, they have the harmful smoke. We will use extra tail gas to generate electricity, or they can just use them to as the heating energy. There's 2 ways. And that is in order to improve the rate of the tail gas, save heating fuel and electricity, and reduce operation costs. This is the slagging system. We have the 4 slagging steps. The first action, it needs the heat preservation, especially design the material sealed design. And the last 3 stages are the same design under with the cooling water jacket, which is used to cool the carbon black, and then they can be packed directly. Here is the safety device. We have the pressure valve. If the pressure is too high, then the valve will automatically open to release the excess gas. And then the release pressure will transport it to the standby water cell and to cool into oil. These three devices are our flue gas treatment system. This first one is the air cooling device, which can be replaced by the water cooling to cool down the temperature of the gas. And the second is the post-dust collector. The middle one is the post-dust collector to remove the dust. The third is a glass fiber reinforced plastic desulfurization tower, and the flue gas has been cooled to below 120 degrees when entering this part. Inside is the air equalization device and now the desulfurization tower to disperse the flue gas and make it contact with the spray tower mist more effectively. We have 3 layers for spraying, and the first layer is the mist device. Then it can be emission and a safe and environmental friendly standard. And this is automatic pumping system of the fully continuous equipment. So the fully continuous equipment is more automatic and with higher degree of automation and labor saving, and to just fully continuous and more flue efficiency and save more land, also more electricity, more heating value, and also it can process more raw materials just during this production than the batch type one. So now more and more customers will choose the fully continuous one. And this is just the consumption of the advantages. Fully automatic, we can use the PLC system, and the equipment can continuous production for 24 hours with big processing capacity and time and labor saving. Okay, if you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section. Here is doing group. Manufacturer of the batch type pyrolysis plant, semi-continuous and fully continuous pyrolysis plant. I have been committed to the manufacture of environmental protection equipment for nearly 15 years. We founded in 2011. And now we have a customer and more than 120 countries, and our factory is more than 40,000 square meters. Hi, sir. If you have any questions, what kind of equipment you want to know? This is equipment to process the with tire or with plastic and get the flue oil. We are the manufacturer in China. If you want to get more information or set up this business, you can send a private message to us and tell us your WhatsApp or email or other ways that we can contact with you. Our sales manager will contact with you. This video is the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. The daily capacity is 30 ton, 40 ton, or 50 ton. After processing the waste